Hey, welcome back. This is EC's EDC, and today we're taking a look at, yes, more bags, but we're doing something different. Today we're doing a middleweight showdown. These are going to be a comparison walkthrough for 3 different backpacks in what I consider EVERGOODS center of the category, the CPL24, CTB26, and lastly, the CHZ26. Let's dive in. So, try not to block myself. How are we going to do this? There we go. All right. Let's get down to the showdown. So today we're taking a look at CTB26, the CPL24, and the CHZ26. These bags are some of the more popular backpacks from EVERGOODS lineup. They all are very similar in size capacity, but they perform slightly different due to features and layout. So what we're going to do today is we're going to walk through all 3 of these, talk about the specifications, talk about the materials, talk about how I've used them, provide a couple different scenarios for each. We'll look at travel as well as everyday carry, and hopefully this information provides you with enough information for you to figure out if one of these is the right backpack for you. So first on the list, let's take a look at some specs. So we'll start with the CHZ26. So the CHZ26 is made of EVERGOODS 840D ballistic nylon. This bag has dimensions of 19 inches tall. We have a width of 12 inches and a depth of 9 inches. The EVERGOODS CPL24 is also made of their 840D ballistic nylon. This is 18 inches tall. This is 11.5 inches across and has a width of 7 inches. So let's see if we can separate those. So that's your quick comparisons there. And then on the larger end, we have the CTB26. This bag is made of EVERGOODS 420D solution dyed nylon. It has a height of 20.5 inches. It has a width of 11.5 inches, but its depth is categorized at 9 inches. So that is what EVERGOODS has listed on their website. Price points for these bags, $299 for the travel bag. We have $279 for the CPL24 and $219 for the EVERGOODS CHZ26. All right, so let's start with EVERGOODS' flagship product, right? This is the CPL24. This is the flagship product. EVERGOODS first released a couple versions later, back in 2018. And this happens to be the mirrored edition. So the mirrored edition is essentially the same exact bag, except for everything is opposite. So you'll notice the patch here is normally over here. The front zip pocket is here, where that's normally over here. And the internals of the bag are just flip-flops. So everything is the opposite of what you would expect to see in their regular releases. This is currently not available, so little misleading, I suppose. But perhaps EVERGOODS will re-release a mirrored edition in any of their bags moving forward. So this bag is, in my opinion, the sleekest of the bunch. And I use the term sleek because it does not have bottle pockets. So that is the first major difference here from the other two. No bottle pockets. The second difference that we have here is, it's not even a difference, these are just the features. We have a single quick access pocket here at the top. This quick access pocket is where EVERGOODS has put the key lanyard with a little Duraflex clasp at the top. This is a clamshell opening bag, so that means that the zipper track runs from one end down here at the bottom all the way around to the other side, This has a dedicated laptop compartment right here. This is a three-way suspended laptop compartment and a dedicated section here for your water bladder. Additionally, this bag offers internal organization. I would put this right in the middle. This has a medium amount of organization. You have a stretch pocket, an opaque pocket, and they are both what you see. There's nothing else behind either one. So that is your very quick breakdown of the CPL24. Now we're going to take a look at the CHZ26. So this is one of my favorite everyday carry backpacks. Love the look of this. Also a very sleek looking bag, but we've got bottle pockets. So if you need bottle pockets, maybe the CPL24 isn't for you, you might be considering this bag or perhaps the larger CTB26. So quick overview on features, dual bottle pockets. We have, again, a quick access pocket up top. And that does it for the external features. No front pocket here. This is also not clamshell. This is a half zip, as the name implies. So that zipper track only runs to the top of the bottle pockets. And I would consider this the least amount of organization because it does have a mesh pocket here. It is smaller than the CPL24, and it also still has that standard opaque pocket up here. Worth mentioning, this opaque pocket is much larger due to the patterning of the fabric here on the outside. And on the inside, let's see if we can make this a little bit more visible for you. On the inside, we have that tablet sleeve here. This is where you're going to place your laptop, your work papers, or a tablet. And you know, that's it. All three of these bags do have the same webbing internally. They're, you know, generally here in this area of the bag. This happens to be the back of the quick access pocket. So that is your quick rundown of this bag. Oh, I made a mistake. Let's go back real quick. CPL24, this has a side handle. Didn't mention that previously. So the side handle is going to be something specific to this bag in the CTB26. And of course, all EVERGOODS bags have that top handle here. So that's your CHZ26 real quick rundown. In the last bag we're taking a look at is the CTB26. This is definitely the largest of the three. It is a 26-liter bag, but as you feel it, you feel the weight. It is a heavier bag. This weighs 3 pounds 6 ounces, which is almost a whole half-pound heavier than the CPL24, which comes in just over 3 pounds. It's worth mentioning the CHZ26 weighs 2 pounds, 2 3/4 pounds. And I'll put this stuff up on the screen so you can see it. Quick overview for the CTB26. Again, dual bottle pockets. We have our quick access pocket up top. We've got the top handle. We have our side handle. And now, travel bag, we have a pass-through. So this is your luggage pass-through. This is where you'll be throwing your roller luggage handle through for your carry in the airport or your travel. We have our dedicated laptop compartment with space for a water bladder. And then we have one front pocket here. And that front pocket has some organization, same as the CPL24. And then this bag will have a second quick access pocket here, up on the top of the front panel. So as the bag gets bigger, right, we move up from the 24-liter CPL to the 26-liter CTB. We gain one more quick access pocket. We gain a luggage pass-through here. And we retain the handle on the side, the key leash, which is in the top pocket of the other two bags, is here on the front. So that is one thing to consider. It is a change as well. And then really quickly on the inside of this bag, this has the most organization. There's an additional outside pocket, but we still have the large mesh pocket here. And then in the opaque pocket, there are two slip pockets that you can stuff smaller pouches or items into, which provides additional organization. This bag, along with the CPL24, will have just a very standard elastic stretch mesh pocket here at the base of the inside of the bag. And here again is that internal webbing that exists at the top area of all three bags. So that's your really quick overview. I've done dedicated reviews on all three of these, so please check those out if you want a deeper look. Today we're going to talk about the three of them against each other and really what they do best and maybe what bag is right for you. So let's jump into some everyday carry examples. All right, so now we're going to take a look at some EDC setups. This is the CTB26, and yes, it's a larger bag, so I would be using this if I was carrying a little bit extra stuff. And here's what I've got packed in this right here. So on the exterior, I have an umbrella in one bottle pocket. I've got a water bottle. This is a Clean Canteen 20-ounce bottle. In the laptop compartment, I have a 5th gen iPad as well as a 14-inch MacBook Pro. This fits up to a 16-inch machine. On the front of the bag, got some field notes in here. Actually, let's do it this way. So I've got field notes in this slip pocket here, this zippered mesh pocket. Just a quick, easy access pen, pair of AirPods just in case I need those. And there's nothing currently in here, but I do have my keys on the lanyard on the front pocket. Then we have the quick access pocket here at the top of the front panel. And in there, I've just got a cap half, which is my sort of catch-all for EDC, torch, knife, work badge, pen, some other smaller stuff in there, some flash drives. And then on the top, we have our quick access primary yoke pocket, and I've just got a hero clip and my wallet. Wallet will probably end up in my pocket most of the time, but it's up there for now. And then inside the bag, we'll do a quick reveal. There's quite a bit of stuff in here. Definitely a little bit of extra volume up at the top especially, and I'm not really packing it out to the zipper track. So inside here, got a set of over-the-ear headphones. This might not even be something you carry, but my commute is lengthy, so I bring these with me. Won't always have this, but this is a Peak Design packing cube with a jacket for colder mornings or colder commute homes, or if it's potentially going to rain. You know, maybe I have the umbrella, maybe I'm bringing a shell. Cap 1 for daily tech, and a cap 2. Like I mentioned, I have a pretty long commute. I don't go in the office often, but when I do, sometimes I'll just bring my Nintendo Switch. And the cap 2 serves to be a really great little organizer pouch for the Switch. And then lastly, we've got a notebook, a little Moleskine notebook here behind the stretch pocket. On the panel, behind the mesh pocket, again, snacks for the day, snacks for the commute, in case you're hungry. And then here in the opaque pocket, there are 2 slip pockets, like I mentioned earlier. And in here, I've just got 2 smaller micro topo pouches that I stash in there. One carries business cards, AirTag, and some other smaller things, some cash. And then the other one's a very small personal first aid kit. So that's what I got in the CTB26. Next up, we'll take a look at the CHZ26. All right, welcome back. We've got the CHZ26 packed out with the same contents for everyday carry. Now, again, keep in mind, there's a lot of extra stuff in here you might not be carrying, but if you're bringing a lunch, maybe substitute some of those things in your head. Are you carrying camera gear? You know, whatever it is you might be carrying, I'm trying to give you an idea of the space inside these bags. So again, water bottle pockets. We've got the 20-ounce Queen Canteen. Over here, we've got the umbrella. No front pocket, right, at all. So we're going to come up to the quick access pocket. And again, I've got the EVERGOODS half cap half, and my keys, which happen to be on the lanyard that are up here. Then inside the bag, all right, so inside we go. First up, we'll open the mesh pocket, and I've dropped in those 2 topo micro pouches in here. I always did like the way they oriented the zipper here, makes it so it makes a lot of sense when that flap is upside down. And then in the opaque pocket, I've got a few things in here. This is my field notes, notepad, a snack pouch, a pair of older AirPods just in case, and yeah, there is a pen in there for the notepad. So that is this larger pocket. And then inside the bag, we've got the same Peak Design packing cube with that smaller jacket, over the head earphones, the Cap 1 for tech, and we are still carrying that Nintendo Switch. Now, that is it for the contents there, but in the laptop sleeve, I do have to keep the iPad, the notebook, and the machine all together in one place. Definitely separating the iPad with the notebook so they don't scratch each other, but that goes in there, and all three of those things fit in there very well. Again, we have our loop here in this area of the bag, and again, that is your quick EDC pack out in this scenario for the CHZ26. Next up, CPL24. All right, we're back, and we've got the CPL24. This is packed for EDC, we'll call it. It's a little full, but this is holding everything that you've seen in both of the two 26-liter bags. So let's start with the front pocket. In here we've got the field notes, got the pen, and the AirPods. No key leash in the front pocket on this bag. Taking a look at the quick access pocket at the top of the bag, we'll find that cap half again, and we find the key lanyard up here. And then we will open this up. So we've got everything in here. We've got our jacket inside the Peak Design packing cube. We have our Nintendo Switch. We've got our Cap 1 for tech. I've got my headphones so I can have a nice quiet commute. And I've got my umbrella, and I've got my water bottle. Those all fit in here. We also have the notebook behind the stretch pocket. Snack pouch, living right behind the mesh pocket. And then in the opaque pocket, there's no organization in here, but those two micro topo pouches will live in here. And I did forget the laptop. So in the laptop compartment, we've got the 5th gen iPad and 14-inch MacBook Pro. All these bags will fit a 26 or a 16-inch MacBook Pro, as that seems to be the standard nowadays. So there you have it. Everyday pack out with all three bags. We're using the same items. I will say CPL24 was a little tight. There was a lot of stuff in there. You know, if you're going a little bit less than what I'm carrying, it will surely fit. And it fit great. I will probably say that this Clean Canteen Chug top has got a weird metal grab handle, and that kind of took up, it just is a little awkward in the bag, so maybe a more streamlined bottle would be a better choice for you. But with these three bags run through the everyday carry situation, let's put them through the travel setups and see how they do. All right, we are back with the CPL24 loaded out in you know, we'll call it a travel setup. So for the travel setup, we've got a Peak Design medium-sized packing cube with 5 days of clothes. I have some sort of DOP kit. I have a laptop, an iPad, headphones, and my tech, as well as a snack pouch. Those will be included in all of these bags. Additionally, the larger bags may fit more things. So you may see more in those than you do in this one. So in the front access pocket, I have added nothing. So there's no changes here. We still have the notebook, the pen, the AirPods. We still have the iPad and the 14-inch MacBook Pro in there. No need to take it out because it's still in there. Now, I do still have a cap half up here, but this has actually changed its purpose. So I've converted this one into a smaller size travel DOP. So I've got my toothbrush, some smaller, you know, things I might keep in my DOP kit, smaller toothpaste, chapstick, deodorant, other bits and bobs, and that works well. You know, it's just 5 days of travel, and if I needed more, I would figure out a way to sacrifice that inside the bag. But it works great for this. And then inside the bag, we'll take a look at everything else. So we've got the headphones. You know, we'll think of it as a flight. I've got my tech. So in here, I've got my power banks, my laptop charger, my cables. 5 days of clothes. This is 5 shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, 5 underwear, 5 socks, and I found the bulkier items I could, all like cotton stuff, no merino. So you can even consider maybe you make do with the small size packing cube, or you know, just use less clothes than I did. This takes up a good portion of this bag. So if you were going to be traveling for less time, 3 days or under, you know, you use that smaller packing cube, which is about half the size, and you suddenly reclaim, you know, 8 to 10 liters, perhaps. So we'll take that out. Don't need that moleskin notebook when I'm traveling, so I don't have it in here, but that would fit if you need it. And then I've got a lockable water bottle that I keep at the bottom in case it does spill. It's at the bottom. Also, I find that with the CPL, I can unzip and easily grab this from the bottom of the bag. So that's what's going on there. And then I did mention we're going to keep that snack pouch around. So it is here, filled with assorted munchies. And then again, those topo pouches, they resurface in the opaque pocket. This will be pretty consistent across all the bags. So CPL24, does it travel? Sure. Is it big enough? Maybe. Depends on what you're using it for and what you're packing inside. So let's take a look at the CTB26. All right, we're back with the CTB26 packed out for travel. We've got our 2 bottle pockets. Over here we've got a 20-ounce water bottle. Let's take a look at our front access pocket. Again, no change. I'm keeping this the same. I've still got my notebook, still got 1 pen, and I've still got my AirPods in here. Snacks I've put up here in the front quick access pocket. That is because when this ends up in the seat or under the seat in front of me, makes it nice and easy to grab those while still staying pretty much organized. Up top, in the quick access pocket, just some essentials. I've got my wallet, got a hero clip, and that's it. So not too much up here. I might keep just a random cable up there just in case I needed a USB-C cable for recharging a device. All right, we still have the iPad, and we're still traveling with a 14-inch MacBook Pro. Again, the bags fit a 16-inch machine. And then in here, this is the 26-liter bag. So we've already see, that there's a new item. I went with the Air Travel Kit 2. This is actually the DOP kit that I use most times when I'm on the go, unless it's just like an overnight or maybe a quick stay somewhere. And I find that this gives me exactly what I need and nothing more. Still got our headphones, still got our tech, still got our 5 days of bulky clothes in the Peak Design medium cube. But I opted to bring a pair of sandals this time. So I've got a pair of sandals inside here. This is the Peak Design shoe bag. And because I had the extra space, I thought, hey, why not bring an extra set of footwear? So that all fits in here quite nicely. And I didn't stash anything in here, but maybe if I wanted to bring a light jacket or a light zip-up hoodie, this might be a good place to roll that up and hold on to it just in case it gets cool. And like always, we're finding those little bitty micro pouches that I use all the time up in the opaque pocket. So CTB26 is giving you 2 extra liters. Great thing for travel. Probably not a great thing for EDC at this size. But it's the travel bag, so you're also, don't forget, you're getting that luggage pass through over here. So we'll take a look at our last one, CHZ26. All right, we're back, and we're looking at the CHZ26 setup for travel. Again, dual bottle pockets. I've got my 20-ounce Zoji Roshi bottle here. No front pocket at all to speak of on this bag, so we're going directly into the yoke pocket. I've got my notebook, my wallet, a hero clip, I've got a pen, keys, and an old pair of AirPods. And that does it. So dump pocket, really working out well here. All the little sort of items. And then we will take a look at what is going on inside the bag. So on the lid flap, we've got the snack pouch here in the larger pocket up top, the opaque pocket. Fits well in there. Worth mentioning, there is still a ton of space based on how that patterning is sewn in. So lots of extra space up there. And then we've got the mesh pocket, and guess what? That's right, those 2 micro topo pouches are still down in there. Once I find my things, I like them, and I kind of stay that way. All right, so 26-liter half zip. I've still got the flip-flops. So those made it in this bag. Extra pair of footwear. I've got my over-the-ear headphones. Got our cap 1 for tech. And I am still rocking the Air Travel Kit 2 as a DOP kit. Worth mentioning, I didn't have to use this one. I could have used the cap half. I could have gone to a smaller gravel travel kit that I have that would have held everything I needed. But I felt it was worth using this larger one just to show you what we were working with in here. And then lastly, we've got that medium-sized Peak Design packing cube full of 5 days of bulky cotton clothing. And then in the laptop sleeve, I've got my laptop and iPad. Worth noting, when it comes to the half zip, if I've got everything back inside here, right, imagine this was packed to the brim, sandals, DOP kit, cap 5, cap 1, and headphones. This iPad, like if I'm on the plane and I want to go get this out, this is a hassle. This is not an easy task to go in and grab that swiftly while you're sort of, you know, working with the seat right in front of your face. So food for thought, maybe you reposition that somewhere on, you know, towards the top of the bag, front of the bag, before you board. But if you're not pulling it out in the moment, you know, the laptop and tablet holder is more than sufficient, I think. So that is a quick rundown. I call it quick. It's probably a 40-minute video comparing the CPL24, CHZ26, and the CTB26, the middleweight showdown from EVERGOODS. You're going to ask, oh, what about the MPL22 or the CHZ22 or the CPL28? I think those are different categories. I think the 22-liter stuff is, we'll call it the lightweight, and 28 and above, we'll call heavyweight. So for middleweight, 24 to 26. So we've got one bag from the travel series, the half zip series, and the panel loader. All right, so in summary, we've looked at the CTB, the CHZ, and the CPL24. CTB26, CHZ26, and CPL24. All slightly different. A lot of similarities carrying through. You get a lot of that EVERGOODS feature-rich bag. Slightly smaller form factor. Doesn't have bottle pockets, extra quick access pocket, dedicated laptop compartments, more streamlined backpack style configuration here. So I hope this information was helpful for you. I hope that seeing these compared next to each other, seeing the weights, the fabrics, the dimensions, the loadouts, their capabilities, and I will include weights of the bags weighed as well, so you'll see that on the screen. I hope that information ultimately provides you with what you need to make a decision if you're thinking about one of these bags. I know when I was buying my first EVERGOODS bag, the early version of this was all I had. I didn't have a CHZ or CTB to choose from, and now that they've got so many different bags covering a diverse function or usage, tons of different options to do with all these different bags. It really comes down to like your aesthetics, your needs, what you're carrying, what you like about the bag, what you don't, and what sacrifice you're willing to make, whether that means a heavier bag, no bottle pockets, so on and so forth. No dedicated laptop compartment, another really good one. But hopefully it's helpful. If you like this style video, let me know. considering doing a heavyweight and lightweight EVERGOODS Showdown as well, if this is well received. So let me know. And until the next one, have a great day.